The last tournament at USF, it was the weather was difficult. You could only make excuses about weather so many times. At some point, everybody's playing in the same weather, so you have an opportunity to do as well as anybody else. But what I'm looking for this week is I spoke to the boys at practice yesterday, and I just tried to explain to them that you have to have a plan to play well. You can't just freelance every time you go to play golf. But in all honesty, everything I look at is for why we're not being more successful with the boys that we have that can really play golf. We're not being successful because I think they put too many expectations on themselves. They get themselves so pumped up to play, and their expectations are so high that the minute that they don't get off to a great start, for instance, they feel like they're failing. And you can't play golf that way. I've tried to tell anybody that I've ever worked with in golf, anyone I've ever taught, anyone I've ever played with, that golf is about where you are right now, the shot you have right now. And I think if we kind of departmentalize what we're trying to do, instead of looking at the big picture, let's just look at what we're doing right now and hit that shot as good as we can and play from there. And I think some of them may have gotten that in the course of talking, and they played this weekend when I wasn't there, and they all seemed to play pretty well trying to do that. So we'll see what happens. From a technical standpoint, what went wrong is I think that Baylor would, by his own self-admission, if you watch his interviews, I told him, you can tell he has great expectations. So he puts a lot of pressure on himself. It doesn't happen fast, so he presses. There are a lot of other things going on in these kids' lives. I mean, I really don't understand how any of them excel at the highest level when you have the amount of work that they're trying to do academically, trying to keep up, doing all their homework, and trying to find some semblance of a social life. They don't really even have enough time to go to a baseball game and appreciate what we're doing on the baseball team. But it is what it is. It doesn't do for me to make any excuses for them, and I'm not going to. You have good tournaments, you have bad tournaments. You look at the PGA Tour. Rory McIlroy has had one of the worst starts in his career here this year, and out of nowhere, he wins at Bay Hill because he fixes something in his golf swing. And I think that's pretty indicative of what happens in golf. You're going along, you're playing great, and the next thing you know, one little thing happens, you play awful. The very next week, you come back and play great again because you fix it. And then somebody that's playing poorly comes along and they find one key, and the next thing you know, they play great. So there's no recipe for success. The only thing that I've ever found that helps anybody is you got to practice. If you don't practice, you don't get better in golf by dreaming about it. It doesn't happen that way. Yes, and I'm pretty excited about it. I've spent some time talking to Coach Shelburne, the ladies coach, about it because they just set the school scoring record at this course where we're playing, and she gave me some hints about what we're doing. So, I'm looking forward to it. I like the golf course. I think the boys will have a good time there, and maybe that's what we need to do is just try to enjoy playing golf. Just go somewhere and enjoy playing golf. Yeah, it's a big field, and I think one of the things that might help us is we're playing 18 holes a day. It's not 36 holes in bad, hard weather. So 18 holes, I think, could be an advantage for us. Gives us time to regroup after every round or get a little rest in between rounds. But I'm really excited for the boys to get to play with some different teams. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to try to do the same thing for myself. What I'm trying to do, I just want them to go down and do the best they can. I'm not going to put a label on somebody that I expect to play good simply because that's what I'm asking him not to do to himself. So I won't do that. And you know what? In all honesty, I expect them all to play good. These young men can really play, and I talk to young men that want to come here, recruits. They come in all the time, and for some reason, they've looked at our website or something, and they don't really think that our boys are that good of players. And they are. They're really good players. All of them are probably better players than I ever was at any point in my career. They're stronger, bigger. They do a lot of things better. The biggest thing they haven't learned how to do yet is score. They got to learn that at this level, it's not how pretty it looks. It's not what you're wearing. It's not about anything, but what did you shoot? And what's the number? And that's it. That's all it is every week. Put a number on the board, live with it. Put a number on the board, live with it.